Hello students, in the last video we talked about poetic devices, and today we are going to delve deeper into this concept and we are going to discuss many more poetic devices. So let's have a look at the definition of poetic devices first. Poetic devices are tools used to enhance the beauty, meaning and emotional impact of poetry. They create vivid imagery, convey deeper meanings and evoke emotions in the reader. Actually, these devices make poetry powerful and memorable. We have certain poetic devices like simile, metaphor, repetition, symbolism, personification, alliteration, enjambment and rhyme. We have discussed a few of them in the last video. Let's have a quick recap. First of all, simile. Simile compares two things using the words like or as. Then we have metaphor. Metaphor compares two unrelated things, typically by stating that one thing is another. Then we have repetition. It is repeating words, phrases, lines and even stanzas. Now let's have a look at alliteration. It is the repetition of the same letter sound across the start of several words in a line of a text. Then coming to enjambment. This is when a line in a stanza does not end with a punctuation mark and continues on till the next line or a couple of lines. Now students, today we are going to talk about personification. Now what is personification? Personification is a literary device that involves attributing human qualities or characteristics to non-human things such as inanimate objects, concepts, even abstract ideas. By personifying objects or ideas, poets can create a more relatable and emotional connect with their readers. Actually, personification is bringing things to life. Now let's have a look at this very simple example. When you listen to this sentence, Rita heard the last piece of pie calling her name. And now just listen to the second one. Rita wanted to eat the last piece of pie. Which sounds more interesting? Obviously, the first one. So here the piece of pie is being personified as if the piece of pie is calling Rita to eat it up. So this is the use of personification and it leaves a lasting impact on the readers. Now let's have a look at some more examples. Here we have the leaves dance their way through the lawn. Now students, you would say that leaves never dance, but here leaves are being personified and they are being given this human characteristic of dancing. So we can say leaves are being personified in this sentence. Now let's have a look at the second example. It says, my alarm clock yells at me to get out of bed every morning. Students, alarm clock never yells, it blares. Yelling is a characteristic of human beings. So alarm clock is being personified here. Now let's see this very famous poem, Who Has Seen the Wind by Christina Rossetti. Let me recite it for you. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. So students, in this poem, we have three examples of personification. In the third line, the leaves are trembling, as if human beings tremble out of fear. In the second example, we have trees bow down their heads. The trees never bow down. It's a quality of human beings. So this is an example of personification here. And the third one says, the wind is passing by. Usually we say the wind is blowing. So here, wind is being personified and the human characteristic of passing by is being given to wind. So this creates a vivid imagery and connects the reader with the poem. This is the impact of personification. Now let's move on to symbolism. Now what is symbolism? Symbolism is when a certain object, animal, image is used to express complex ideas, emotions, thoughts or a state of mind, which is something other than its literal meaning. This is called symbolism. Actually, it is when something is used to represent something else. It means something tangible that can be touched is used to represent something intangible. And actually, symbolism adds depth and broadens the meaning of the poem. Now students, when you look at roses, what comes to your mind? Obviously, these are the thoughts that come to your mind: royalty, beauty, love and nature. So we can say rose is a symbol for all these qualities. So rose is a symbol, and when poets use rose, these are the things that are being symbolized in that particular piece of writing. Now let's see this example of a very famous poem, Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Students, if we look at this poem, it seems as if the poet is talking about fire and ice. No, that is not the literal idea that the poet wants to convey. He has something deeper to convey to the audience, to the readers, and this is the use of symbolism. Here, fire and ice are great symbols. Fire here stands for passion, lust, greed and anger. Ice stands for intolerance, insensitivity and hatred. Actually, the poet wants to convey the bigger idea that we human beings have to shun these extreme emotions if we need to save humanity. So this is a perfect example of use of symbols in this poem, Fire and Ice. Now let's have a look at certain other symbols that can be used. We have colors that are used as symbols. Usually, yellow denotes happiness. Red can denote love, anger, even danger. White is usually used for peace. Blue for inspiration or wisdom. Then we have nature also. Various flowers can be used as symbol. For example, a rose can be symbol of love. Dark, shadowy woods can be used to symbolize a depressed state of mind. An ocean with shaky, turbulent waters can be used to symbolize conflict or chaos. Then we have times of the day. Dawn can be used to symbolize new beginnings. Mornings can be used to symbolize optimism or youth. Nighttime can be used to symbolize mystery or fear. Then certain birds are also used as great symbols. We have dove that is often used as a symbol of peace, and crow is often used as a symbol of death. We have certain other symbols as well. The sky is often used as a symbol of freedom and hope. Fog is often used to symbolize confusion or uncertainty. And rainbows can be used to symbolize happiness, optimism and hope. Students, now something very important to note here, that certain symbols are different in different cultures. Actually, the drawback is that certain things and objects are very specific to a certain region, culture or country. This might make it a little difficult for all readers to understand the symbolism correctly and hence the deeper meaning of the poem. Let me clarify it for you. For example, in certain cultures, white color is used as a symbol of mourning, whereas in certain culture, white is also used as a marriage dress. So here lies the discrepancy. So sometimes it creates problems for the readers to identify the actual symbolism behind the colors that are being used by the poets. Now students, that you have understood symbolism and personification, I have got certain questions for you. You have to identify these poetic devices, and I'm sure you would be able to do this very easily. So enjoy doing these questions, happy reading and enjoy poetry. Thank you.